Welcome to the Doc G Show, a radio show cluster. Without further ado, critics have said he has the face for radio and a voice for silent films. Your host, Ben Doc G Gordon.
And we are on the air. Welcome to the Doc G Show. I am your host, Doc G. With me, as always, the one, the only, Mikey Maximus, the prodigious Pops Charette.
Say what? Yes, prodigious.
I had to think about it for a second, Mike. I was like, wait a second, how do we say this? We gotta.
Doc G, I'm still thinking about it. What does prodigious mean? I have no idea. Sounds like
I mean, like you're unbelievable, Mike.
Oh, hey, I love it. I'll take that all day.
Yes. And I felt like we had been down the father and dad road enough. And I was like, let's go Pops again, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, granted, I think Pops is more of a granddad thing, but, you know, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Would you be okay with your daughter calling you Pops?
No, not at all. No. Pops to me is like old man.
Yeah, you got to embrace it. You got to embrace it.
No way.
Yeah, I call my dad on the phone Pappy a lot of times. Just
you call him Pappy?
Just for a fun, for a salutation. Hey, Pappy. Just
see, I thought that was a grandfather thing. I thought that was a grandfather word.
Yeah, he's old enough for it. He can handle it. You know, he can handle it. But listeners, write this down. You're gonna have a vocab quiz at the end of the semester, so you'll want to make sure you remember all the things like fabled and prodigious. There were several.
Debonair is going to be on the
Debonair, yes.
Debonair, sorry.
I don't know if anybody says debonair. I don't know if that's a variable, Mike. I've never heard that, but maybe.
You know, I had it written down in my iPhone notes, and I was like, debonair.
That's
that one.
That's one. Yeah. Well, remember your terms, listeners. You will be quizzed, and if you don't remember, you'll be kicked out. You'll no longer be able to listen. So you wanna make sure you know this. Mike, good week so far?
Great week, man. Can't complain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's it.
How you feeling? 1 to 10.
8.5. You know what? I'll be honest. I'm gonna be totally honest. I think I'm like an 8 today.
Okay. I'm not gonna refute it. That sounds
I'm
good.
like an 8. Solid 8.
That's still good in my book, Mike. That's a B.
Yeah.
Mike, I didn't do too much this past weekend, but I did watch some TV.
Yeah? What'd you watch?
Watched a good amount of college football. There were some good games, Mike. Pretty wild games. Enjoyable ones. I did watch Notre Dame and Texas A&M. Now, it came down. I don't know if you saw that, Mike. Came down to the wire. One at the end of the game. But there was one thing I wanted to bring up about the game that I noticed. During the game, Bryce Anderson, one of the Texas A&M players, had a really serious head injury. You know, it was one of those in the replay. He came down, his head smacked the ground, and knocked him out like cold. And, the whole game had to stop. And it was one of those, all the teams went out there, they kneeled down, were with this guy, Now, it seems like everything went okay, He posted on Sunday on Instagram that he'd be all right. He posted, "I'm all good. Thanks for the prayers." That's what So that's pretty solid. And when he was being carted off the field, they had him strapped down to the spine board, for safety.
Yeah.
All across the board. And he gave a thumbs up to the crowd that he was feeling all right, which, of course, that's a huge relief. But I did think, I was watching the game, Mike, and it made me think a little bit. I was like, he definitely wasn't feeling good. I was like, let's go with a more honest response. I want to see somebody give a thumbs down when they're leaving. You moved your hand. We know that you're feeling your extremities. You can let us know how you really feel. Like I was thinking about myself. If I was in that situation, I'd be like, boo! This is horrible, everybody. I am not a fan of this at all. You know, like
we need more honesty with sports injuries.
I can handle it as a viewer, Mike. I can let me know. Like I'll be like, you know what? I understand, buddy. I understand your thumbs down, and I will applaud your thumbs down. You know, like woohoo! I felt like I was just like, you don't have to give us the show, man. You don't have to give us a thumbs up. Nah, that's not necessary. But anyways, Mike, I also watched the Emmys. Well, half-heartedly. Did you watch any of the Emmys?
Only clips.
Yeah,
just some clips.
Yeah. First off, shout out to Nate Bargatze. You know,
Shout out.
I think he did a good enough job. He got it done. He did some funny jokes in there. You know. But Mike, let me read you 2 headlines that came up. Right, I Googled Nate Bargatze. Here's the first 2 headlines. Time Magazine, Nate Bargatze blew it as 2025 Emmys host. AP News, Emmys host Nate Bargatze pokes fun at the TV industry, fails with gag to keep speeches short. That's the reviews, Mike. And I got to say, first of all, he didn't blow it.
Nope.
Despite what you tell your 80-year-old readers, Time Magazine, he did fine.
Yeah. It's a tough room.
Secondly, Mike, do you know the gag about the keeping speeches short?
Yeah, he's for every minute or something that people go over, he deducts $1,000 from $100,000 donation to the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, listeners, if you're unaware, he said at the start of the night he would donate $100,000 to the Boys and Girls Club, but every second someone goes over their thank you speech, he would take $1,000 away from that. For every second that a person went under the allotted time, he would give another $1,000. And I thought...
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I thought, that's perfect. Awesome. I love it. Yes! Nobody wants to hear actors ramble on either about their self-righteous or people that nobody cares if they thank or not. Like, if you want to thank people, go to their house and say, hey, thanks for doing that thing for me, man. I really appreciate you. That's a lot better than going up in some speech and be like, Jeff was there for me. It was great. Oh, it was an awesome solution. You know? Like, nobody wants to hear those rambling speeches, and you're giving money to charity.
Sweet.
Win-win. Great. Now, I know what some people are saying, Mike. What about a speech like Stephen Colbert's and the importance of free America? Yeah, I'm all for it. And here's what I would say he does. He gets up, and at the start of his speech, he says, I'm paying for 5 minutes right now. I'm donating $300,000 to charity, and I'm going to speak about whatever I want for 5 minutes. Boom! There you go. Knock yourself out. Go for as long as you want. You can do it, and nobody will care, and you won't seem like It's awesome. It's a win-win. How about donate it to something like curing ALS? The reason that Eric Dane couldn't be at the awards because the disease is killing him. How about that? Like, ridiculous, Mike. That people, there were a bunch of these articles that were like, oh, he ruined it with that. He was flustering the writers and the actors. So, they have money. Tell them, hey, I'll donate more, and I'm going to talk like I normally would talk. I don't care. Or just let us know you're go, I don't care if you take money from charity. I'm going to sit up here and talk as long as I want. Well, no, that's fine. Like, ridiculous, Mike. It perturbed me how angry most of the media outlets were about him doing this charity gag that I was like, I like it. I don't have any problem with it. Nobody needs to hear you thank a bunch of people and bring up a bunch of turning points in your career. Like, just ridiculous. Plus, Mike, a lot of these people have more of a listening audience in their social media than they do that watch the Emmys. So just go on there and thank everybody. Like,
So true.
That's what it's for. You can say whatever you want out there. Like, Nate, you did a great job, man. It was great.
Bro.
It was a great idea, and God forbid we donate money. That's horrible. Horrible. Listeners, let me tell you something right now. I promise to you right now, if this show ever wins an award for anything, I will donate to charity. And
I will too.
And the only people I will thank are the supporters of this show.
That's right.
You know what? As a matter of fact,
Hey, will you thank me, Doc G?
of course.
All right, thanks.
But I want to thank the listeners right now. You guys have been so faithful from the start. 2016.
Blam.
See how stupid that was? Did everybody get how dumb that was right there? Nobody gave a was just talking about. Nobody wants to hear that. I'm
Doc
just
G,
kidding,
I was
guys.
starting to put my arm around your shoulder, and then you said that.
No, we don't need to. We don't need to, Mike. Are you ready to fire up?
Just keep it together.
Are you ready to fire up this no thanking show?
Let's fire up this non-thankful show, Doc G.
All 3 engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and lift off.
That's better. I don't know. Mine sounded like we weren't thanking. So yours is better of non-thankful. There we go. There we go. Mike, my goodness, we have a great show. We have the one and only Nate Jackson, fantastic comedian, one of the kings of crowd work. He's just working a crowd for like a straight hour, Mike. It's bananas. He's just out there just talking left and right to everybody. It's going to be wild. He's bringing it to Jacksonville. September 26th, he is going to be in the world-famous Florida Theater. You need to check him out. Yes! And if you don't want to be a part of the crowd work, Mike, you just look away. That's how it works.
So true.
Yes. You just don't make direct eye contact with him, and he's not gonna call on you. That's his rule. So if you go, listeners, and you don't want to be part of the action, just take a look in another direction. But I can't wait to talk to him. It's going to be good. Mike, we need to start where we start.
Birthday suit.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
That's correct. Mike, I'm pretty positive you know this one. I think he's been a part of some of the shows that you enjoy about football, I think, maybe at one point in time. Anywho. Our birthday suit wearer was born on September 17, 1995, in Tyler, Texas. He grew up loving sports. His dad was a major league pitcher. In high school, he played football, basketball, and baseball. He ultimately went to Texas Tech as a quarterback. After his junior year, he decided to go to the NFL draft. He was ultimately selected by the Kansas City Chiefs, 10th overall in the 2017 draft. He became the starting quarterback in 2018. Since becoming the starting quarterback, he's been a 6-time Pro Bowler, the NFL passing yards leader, NFL Offensive Player of the Year, and MVP twice. He is a 3-time Super Bowl champion and a 3-time Super Bowl MVP. Name that birthday suit wearer.
Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes. Yes, correct. There we go. Mahomes turning, what is he? Oh, he's turning 30, Mike.
Nice.
Turning 30. So far, pretty rough year for Mahomes. Has not been good so far in the first 2 games, Mike. They're 0-2.
Really?
They're 0-2. Yeah. So they're going to have to dig themselves out of the hole. And it doesn't really seem like they got a lot of weapons to help Mahomes out. I'm a little concerned, for them. But they'll be all right. He makes a pretty good amount of money, and he's already won a lot of things. So, and he does Allstate commercials, Mike. So there you go. I think he does some other commercials too, but,
That's a fact.
He's doing well. Happy birthday, Pat.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
He's got a great career.
Very
so
good
far.
career. Very good. Especially, you look at like a 4-year span, my goodness. No one better. No one better in that span, Mike. Oh, woo. Mike, we're going to go here real quick. We're going to rip some headlines.
Let's rip some headlines.
It's now time for Rip from the Headlines.
Oh, man. Okay. Mike, it's been a little bit. We've got a headline here from the old Huffington Post. HuffPo. I like the HuffPo. Here's the headline. I have a condition called polymorphic light eruption. This is how I get through the summer months.
Word.
Mike, I got to be honest. The disease naming folks did not knock it out of the park with this one.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't even end with disorder or disease.
Nope.
It ends with disruption, or it ends with eruption. What is that? What is she, a volcano? What is polymorphic light eruption, Mike? Like, I got a feeling she tells people, she's like, hey, do you know I have polymorphic light eruption? And they're like, is that what Cyclops has from X-Men?
Yeah, I was imagining light shooting out of her eyes.
Yeah, just, oh God, it erupted again. Like, no. Apparently it's the opposite, Mike. Apparently it's a rare disorder where you have a heightened immune response to UV light. So basically, like, you get like a bad immune, like you get like a rash and whatnot when you're out in the sun too much. You get too much, like, it's basically, again, just heightened of what pale folks get, you know?
Oh, that stinks.
But very, very heightened, yeah.
Yeah.
And not too surprisingly, Mike, here's how she plans her summers. She plans ahead and makes sure she doesn't get direct UV light. It's pretty much the whole story.
Cool. So she just doesn't go outside.
Yeah. But anyways, she seems to be working through it, and hats off to you, because that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
You know. Mike, we're going to do a little vacay news here. This one's from Travel and Leisure. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Quote, this 40,000-acre lake is so clean, it's dubbed the Caribbean of Arkansas. And it has 200 islands, underwater trees, and freshwater jellyfish.
Word.
First off, Mike, as we've said on the show before, no one has ever said, hey, I'm looking for a Caribbean getaway in Arkansas.
Wait, what?
No. Second of all, who's being enticed by underwater trees and freshwater jellyfish?
Not I.
Like, what? You mean I can be stung in a lake too? Yes, I'm there. Like, no. Well, I don't.
No.
I don't want
trees either.
I don't want saltwater jellyfish. I would like them nowhere. Like, Mike, this is Lake Ouachita, which it'll throw you. It's spelled Ouachita, but it's pronounced Ouachita. Yeah. And it's a man-made lake, Mike. That's why there are underwater trees. So, you know, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers back in the 40s and 50s flooded a lake. And, when they flooded a lake, of course, those trees they didn't flood a lake. They flooded a river, right? They dammed the river. And when they dammed the river, of course, it flooded a bunch of trees. And so those trees are now underwater still. So, But don't worry, Mike. It's a beautifully clear lake, so you can see those dead trees down there.
Oh, gosh, no way. I'm good.
And you can see all those great freshwater jellyfish. So,
nah, I'm good. I just want to see sand. Clear water and sand underneath me, and that's it. I just want it to be a massive...
Bad news. That's not happening at Ouachita. No. You're not seeing that at Ouachita. So, Mike, if you were planning on going to the Caribbean in Arkansas, don't.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's not for you. I mean, honestly, just think in a real life conversation, Mike, if you heard somebody you knew say that, and they were like, yeah, I'm going to Lake Ouachita, and you're like, where's that? And they're like, it's in Arkansas, and you're like, oh yeah, is it nice? And they're like, some say it's the Caribbean of Arkansas. What? What? Anyways, apparently people do that, Mike. That happens. Mike, I have a story from CNN. Addressing your insomnia now could protect against dementia later, study says.
Word.
There you go. I find it weird, Mike, how this headline makes it sound like there are people out there that have insomnia that aren't trying to do anything about it because they just don't find it important enough. You know? Like, I'm pretty sure anybody that has insomnia would like to get rid of their insomnia. Pretty sure nobody's like, well, I haven't been able to sleep for 5 weeks, but you know what? Who cares? It's not a big deal. Like, I feel like anybody that can't sleep would like to sleep. It's a pretty nice thing to do, Mike. Like,
It is.
I don't know. I would find it very bizarre if somebody looks at this article and goes, oh my God, but dementia? Well, now I got to do something about this. I got like...
Before I was just ignoring it and staying up all night. And,
like I hadn't
hating
slept.
my life. And
like, as you can see, my eyes are bloodshot and I walk into things constantly because I'm half asleep. But you know what? I was just like, this is awesome. Let's keep doing this. Like, ridiculous, Mike. Of course they're going to do something about it.
So true.
Yeah. Anyways, Mike, got a headline from the Wall Street Journal.
Sweet.
What we know about America's billionaires. 1,135 and counting. That's a lot, Mike.
yeah, it is.
I would say the first thing we know, none of them deserve that much money.
So
That's what I would say. Mike, get this. This will blow you. This will blow your top. Are you ready for something that'll blow your top?
Yes.
The top 400 of those billionaires. So just the top 400, like the top third of them. Mm-hmm. You got a whole nother 2/3 down there. Top 400 of those billionaires have $6.6 trillion.
Jeez.
$6.6 trillion. And even more amazing, that value has doubled since 2020. In 2020, they were worth $3.2 trillion. Now those 400 people are worth $6.6 trillion.
Wow.
What
That's
have
a
any of those done in the last 5 years to deserve double the money? I don't know about the rest of you guys that are listening, but in the same 5 years, I got a 5% raise while my rent went up 30%.
That's a fact.
So, I don't know what these billionaires are doing, but they don't deserve that much money.
Nope.
You know what I learned, Doc G? I didn't know this because I heard the article about Elon Musk getting paid $1 trillion or something like that from Tesla. And I was like, is $1 trillion, that is $1 million.
Yes.
Yeah, that blew
Yes.
my mind a little bit. 1 million. So 6 trillion is 6
12
million.
12
million.
zeros, Mike.
Yeah.
6 zeros for a million.
Wild.
12 zeros for a trillion. Now, he didn't get paid a trillion. It's a stipulation, Mike. He can potentially get paid, but they have to make all kinds of crazy sales to do that. And he's not going to do that because they're wagons. So, you know. Anywho, he'll still always be far, far richer than me. Mike, let's move on to another story. This one is from Sports Illustrated.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A fan.
Hey, you know, I've been a fan for a long time. I had a what do we call that? A subscription. That's what we call it. I was about to say a prescription. I was like, no, don't have a prescription of a magazine. I had a subscription of Sports Illustrated for like literally 20 years or something like that. Sadly, I don't think they even do the actual hard copies anymore. Pretty sure they stopped. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they stopped.
Nope.
But anyways, Mike, here's a headline from Sports Illustrated. Luka Doncic cements himself in Los Angeles, buys $25 million that That cements him, right, Mike? Just like that $15 million house he bought in Dallas. It cemented him there. Stuck forever. There's no way a guy worth over $100 million could own multiple homes. No way. He is cemented in Los Angeles, Mike. Any guesses who he bought it from?
No idea.
Maria Sharapova.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the tennis great. Apparently her old home. Yeah. How many square feet do you think this is, Mike?
I'd say like 1,200 square feet, couple bedrooms, couple bathrooms. 25 million, right, in LA?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice
It's
little
pretty.
yard.
I mean, I think one of the big things is it's oceanfront, so that's a big. But it's 3 stories, Mike.
That's good. Double-edged sword though in LA, right? Oceanfront. I don't know. California landslides.
Yeah. It's 3 stories. It's 8,600 square feet. It's got 5 bedrooms and a bowling alley.
Oh, there it is.
People said Luka wasn't working off in the off season. I guess 10-pin doesn't count. Look at him hurling those balls down the alley. He's getting his fitness. Get it. Oh, man. Mike, I was reading the description of the house, I was looking at, like, the Zillow read-off there. Mm-hmm. And under amenities, the first thing it says is, includes Pacific Ocean views. And I was like, probably could have just gone with ocean. Mm-hmm. I don't think we were confused. Now, I mean, if it would have said, includes Atlantic Ocean views, how the... they do that in Los Angeles? Is crazy.
How many stories is this house?
They have got a long view. That is impressive. What do you think, Mike, the chances of Luka still owning this house in 10 years is?
Low.
I'm saying 20%.
Really low.
I'm giving it 20% of a chance. That's my. Go ahead and write it down, listeners. In 10 years, we will revisit this topic, and I will fully own up to it.
Yeah.
Hey, which by the way, listeners, so far I have been completely wrong with the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift. I'll say it right now, guys. Remember back when I told Travis to watch out. Right now, I'll still say it. Now, if they get a divorce, watch that, Travis. That is a frightening scenario, but. Right now, it looks like it's a match made in heaven, and I will be the first to say, Mike, I was wrong. My bad, guys. My bad. Anywho, Mike, we've got one more quick headline here. This is from Delish. Quote, the world's largest fast food chain is opening in the U.S. Find out where. Finally, right, Mike? We were running out of fast food options here. I was like, can we get it anywhere? Jeez.
Seriously.
Gosh. Have you ever heard of Misha's, Mike?
No.
Misha's Ice Cream and Tea. So that's what it is. That's the world's largest. Any guesses where this is from? I bet you know.
China.
Huh?
What's that?
China.
Yes, sorry, you had too much of an accent. I couldn't. Yes, China would be correct, Mike. And I got to be honest, I don't know if they're going to make it in America.
Nope.
I looked at that menu. I don't know if there's anything fat enough for us.
So true.
Like, I mean, it's just like your basic ice creams and then tea and fruit juice. And I was like,
Blam.
what is this?
They have fries and burgers, though, right?
No.
What?
No,
All right,
Mike.
Get out of here.
Well, like, I mean, even if
Go
you're just
back
going to be
your
a
country.
you're going to be a dessert place, Mike, you got to be like Cold Stone. You got to throw some like Snicker bars on there and just douse it in, chocolate sauce. And,
Yeah, we need
like,
people chopping it up like it's a freaking thing, like a I don't know what chopping up thing.
like it's Japanese, like it's a Japanese steakhouse.
Yeah,
Mike.
like one of those Japanese steakhouse guys with the ice cream, chopping it up.
Yes, I see exactly what you're saying.
That's
'Cause
American.
They do that in Cold Stone, on
Yeah.
the Cold Stone.
Yeah. Exactly.
They have their little Cold Stone. They
What's
fold
the
it
hook,
right in
Misha's? It's not. It can't be just tea and you're from China.
there. We're not gonna do juice.
Yeah.
I can get juice at the grocery store. What is this? What is this? A health food? Come on.
Yeah. No, get out of here with that.
Come on. You got to compete with Popeyes that just released their new Hot Ones menu.
Yeah.
That's right. Hot Ones, Mike.
Oh, wow.
Like that. Yeah, the actual sauce.
Like the
they got the
podcast.
actual. They're doing the little sauces
Good
from Hot
for
Ones.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Sean, man. He really took that thing to another level. You know.
He's a good interviewer, in my opinion.
Did you see him get smoked by old Will Forte?
No.
Oh man, you got to check out the Will Forte interview on Hot Ones. He gets on there, goes through the whole thing, no problem, and literally adds sauce to like most of the wings. And he's just talking the whole time. And Sean is the one that's like over there like coughing because he has to do the same thing, that Will does. He's like, wait, you have to add sauce if I add sauce, right? So I'm just going to add sauce all over this thing. And like Sean does it. He's like, yeah. And his eyes are like watering up. And I was just like, my God, what are you made of, Will Forte? It's insane. Like I think the amazing thing, Mike, his ability to commit to the gag. It's like an improv thing. He's just like, I have to act like it's not hot.
Conan committed to it, but just in a whole different way.
I was about to say, his was, I'm going to commit to it. Yeah, I'm insane.
I'm going to commit to the suffering. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to commit to rubbing it all over my face and screaming and throwing cameras around and everything else. Will Forte committed to, this has no effect on me. And he did it. I was blown away, Mike. Anyways, Misha T, you are going to fail in America.
Yeah, you are.
All right, we are going to take a break. We are going to be right back here on the Doc G Show. And we are back here on the Doc G Show. Spinnaker Radio, WSKRLP 95.5 FM in Jacksonville, Florida. Mike, what do listeners need to do?
Well, Doc G, if the listeners feel so inclined, they should please follow us on wherever they consume their podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. Just please subscribe to the show, follow the show, and if you are feeling extra generous, listeners, please leave us a 5-star review wherever you can.
And when you guys leave a comment, if on this one you could leave a comment telling us that you left the comment because of this section.
So true.
Then I'll be like, holy crap, this section actually has a purpose. My God. I don't think that will happen, but if one of you does it, oh my gosh.
Timestamp, comment, that's it. Perfect.
Oh my gosh, I will be so elated. Put that down on your vocab list, everybody. Elated. That's a good one. It's an underused one, right? I think elated should be more often used. Anywho, Mike, we need to thank the regular listeners here. Let me get my list here in order real quick so I can screw this up for everybody. Here we go. Shout out to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Columbus, Ohio, Falkenstein, Germany, Barcelona, Spain, Winfield, West Virginia, Frankfurt, Germany, Fort Worth, Texas, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Peoria, Illinois, Katy, Texas, Toms River, New Jersey, Olive Branch, Mississippi, Richards, Texas, Asheville, North Carolina, Los Angeles, California, Spartanburg, South Carolina, Genoa, Italy, Athens, Georgia, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Chicago, Illinois, Boynton, Virginia, Jacksonville, Florida, Columbia, South Carolina, Radford, Virginia, Gainesville, Florida, Boardman, Oregon, Phoenix, Arizona, Biloxi, Mississippi, Anoka, Minnesota, Ashburn, Virginia, Piracai, Brazil, San Diego, California, Dublin, Ireland, and last
so
one.
close.
So close. St. George, Grenada. There we go. Yes.
Nice.
St. George, still listening. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I hope everything's going well on the islands. Yes. Seems like it is. I mean, horrible things seem like they could be going on in the world, and if I were on those islands, I'd be like, yeah, who cares? Pretty nice here.
Yeah.
Lovely palm trees and a lovely breeze. This is nice.
And they're not inside the water. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Shout out to you guys, and shout out to your delicious chocolate. I've heard good things. Still haven't had any, but I hear good things.
The nibs.
Nibs are always good, regardless of the home country, Mike. Okay, 4-star listeners, Mike. Here we go. Fort Myers, Florida. Getting a little West Coast Florida action there. Des Moines, Iowa. There we go. Boulder, Colorado. Denton, Texas. Oklahoma. Wait, did I just put a... Oh, no. Yeah. Oklahoma City. Okay. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Portland, Oregon. Rosendale, England. That is out there, Mike. I took a gander. There's nothing much out there. Somebody had to be pumping the listens out in Rosendale. Rosendale? I think it's Rosendale, Mike. It's Rossendale. Rosendale, right? That's how we would say that. That's not Rosendale. It's Rosendale. Rosendale, England. Anyways, there's like a population of 4. So those 4 people were really getting it this week. So shout out to you guys in the middle of nowhere. Yes. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Woo! Yes. Get it, PA. We appreciate those listens on both sides.
Yes, we do.
From New Jersey to Doylestown, we represent the Philly faithful. Madison, Wisconsin, shout out to you guys. And lastly, Orlando, Florida. There we go. O-Town coming in the caboose, Mike. That sounded wrong in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it did.
What?
Yeah, it did.
Anywho, guys, we're going to be right back with one of the best crowd work comedians in the game. None other than Nate Jackson right here on the Doc G Show. Welcome back to the show, everybody. We have an amazing comic who is coming to Florida for 3 shows. He's going to be at the Florida Theater in Jacksonville, September 27th. This guy's doing it all right now. He's got his special, Super Funny, on Netflix. He owns the Super Funny Comedy Club in Tacoma. He's got his own podcast. He owns the clothing brand Roses Collection. This guy is far too successful to be on our show, but he's here, and that's all that matters. Mr. Nate Jackson. Nate, how's it going, sir?
Good, man. How you doing today, baby?
I am doing good, man. Hey, happy early birthday.
Oh, man, thank you. Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, so you're gonna have a little celebration at the club?
Yeah, so I'm headlining at this our local, our big casino here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the first local act to get that opportunity, and then we're gonna have a little after party at my club.
Oh man, that is nice. That is nice. That's a way to cap off with a milestone, the birthday.
Right.
Nice. That's nice, man. Well, now, like I said, you've been doing it all. You were just on the Breakfast Club just a couple of weeks ago. That had to be a good, box to check.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, I wanted to do it obviously for a long time, So I was just thankful to get on there. But then they were really receptive to me, so I appreciated, you know what I mean? Because when you watch a thing, you're like, I wonder how it's gonna go when it's me.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed that we got to have a a banter, fun, and that was appreciated. Like Envy came in and Charlemagne contributed and Jess contributed, and I think we had a solid interview.
Yeah. I do have to say, I mean, I've watched a good number of their interviews, and I would say they did vibe with you really well.
Right. Somebody said in the comments, they're like, it feels like they've been on the show a lot. I'm like, no, never been there.
I will say, though, the one thing that I found a little peculiar, for some reason, it seemed they really wanted you to hate on Gary for some reason. I don't know. They kept on just bringing him up and being like, but right? He's sort of off with that, right?
I was like, we already are good. Like, we already talked about this, guys. Why you want to go back down a conversation that's already had out so that we can rehash when it was messed up? That's confusing.
Yeah, but I will say too, on a guy that can appreciate freestyle like yourself, I appreciate the fact that they can freestyle with anybody. Like, they just come in and they just talk. But I will say too, they have zero information on what guests have done, and it amazes me. I'm like, your guys' show has millions and millions of viewers, and it's clear no one has given you a sheet before of like, hey, this is what this person has done.
Right.
They like refuse to do it. Like, I mean, we had Ali Sadiq on the show. They didn't know the guy had been to prison, and I was like, that's what his last 4 specials are about. How did you?
Right.
Come on, guys! But I mean, all in all, had to be super fun, and it was great to see you on that show. Now, I did want to ask, along with that, I noticed on your own podcast, when you were talking about doing the show, you said you got into Legos when you can't. How did you get into Legos?
This is a good interview, Benjamin Gordon. So since the success of touring and stuff, I have bought a few things that were like things I've always wanted as a kid, or things I've always had. And so I was never really into Legos, but I was into Connects, if you remember those.
Oh yeah.
I got them for one Christmas when I was little, and I built like a whole roller coaster within 3 hours. My parents were like, "What?" And so, I bought a Corvette.
Yeah.
And one of the things I wanted to celebrate, and so I was gifted a little version of a Lego version of my car.
Whoa.
And so I sat down and did it. But Lego there's ones for kids, 8+, and then there's one that's 18 and up. And they have a new, just for the average listener, there's a new segment of them called Lego Technique. That's like for like damn near adults that want to scratch the engineering itch.
Yeah.
And so I built this little car, and then it's masterfully built to where like the last step was to put a little thing on it. And when you twist it, the transmission, like all the alignment, it actually turns. And so I couldn't believe it. So shout out to Lego that their master builders make it in a way where like each chapter of the build you feel a sense of completion, and you kind of don't know what you're building when you build it until you click it with the rest. Like, oh, that was the E. Oh, that was the front of the car. Like, so there's got to be some studies on that, but it's the one thing that I'm doing. I found where I'm like, my left brain and my right brain are just like in this dance, and like I'm really creative while I'm doing Legos. Like I can literally, like, jokes come to me, ideas come to me while I'm just doing the mundane task of clicking these little blocks together.
It's like a rock garden. It's like you got those hands moving. You got sort of like a low grade, like basically you start at the fire, but it's not burning heavy yet. You can use it to think about other things.
Yes.
Man, I gotta get that now. My brother, he just got a Corvette. I gotta get him one of those Lego sets now.
Yeah, they got a little yellow one that's really dope.
Oh man, I gotta get it. Well, now the Netflix special, it's been out for over a month now. It's phenomenal.
Thank you very much.
The listeners, if you want to see some great comedy and some great crowd work, you need to check it out. How's it feel from your side as far as the response so far?
Rewarding.
Nice.
Accepting, I would say, because now my name is in the annals of everyone who has done their opus and put something on Netflix. Like I feels a sense of completion. Like if not wishing this by any means, but if something were to happen to me, my work will live on forever.
Yeah.
Prior to this, I was like, man, I don't know if I get hit by a bus, man. That's it. I'm just gonna be a myth.
Was that the? I mean, obviously, I think it is, but was that the one of the goals from day one as far as when you started comedy? Like, I gotta get a special.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I even I shot little ones or my own little thing and this and that, but it was never like a special. So when this opportunity started to come to fruition, like I was like, all right, well, we're gonna call in the Avengers and make the most with this little bit of money I got from Netflix. We're gonna make the most of it. And so it did very, very good numbers. You get a 10-day report and a 28-day report. It did massive. Okay.
Nice.
And the company that it is in costed millions of dollars to do, while mine only cost them a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
So it's opening doors. Conversations are happening on the industry side of the game that I'm like, you guys have my number? So I'm very thankful, in that regard and in that sense. And then it's a piece of work that gives my following ammunition to be like, I told you. You know what I mean? Like I told you he was funny. He's my favorite, and this is why. Look at why. If you watch that and you don't laugh, you need to go tune your sense of humor, because it hits everything. It hits every race, every creed, every type. It hits crowd work. It hits stand up. It hits it's all there.
I will say, I love. I mean, you said it hits all demographics. That was something I noticed immediately. Your crowd is like it's like a UN meeting.
Everybody.
Like everybody's there, man. It's a great thing to see, actually.
I'm from Seattle, so I'm used to crowds looking like very diverse. Like everyone is represented. But the thing is, we have people have often they will just see like a big black guy and be like, oh, it's gonna be black comedy. He's gonna only, you come to the show and you're thinking it's gonna be all black. No, the show is fully diverse. Like I've had to call comedy clubs. This is funny, but like I was booked in Atlanta and I was on the phone with the booker and I heard him making his order for food for the weekend. And I was like, whoa, no. He was like, we have the biggest chicken wing order ever coming. I was like, stop that. You need ranch, bro. Hella ranch. You need a lot of ranch. You need pizza. You need ranch. You need veggie plates. You need hummus, bro. Everyone's coming. Don't just think this is just only black people that are going to eat chicken wings all night. And he called me after. I was like, dude, you saved my that because we would have only had wings.
Yeah. Let's be honest. In Atlanta, it's pretty split. They see it very down racial lines when comedy comes through.
It does, but not my show.
Exactly.
When I did Atlanta, I did Tabernacle. Everybody was there. We had poor, rich, fat, skinny, white, black, Asian, gay, Filipino, Samoan, Islander. Like people came from all over because I don't get to do Atlanta often. So they were like, anyone from within a 4-hour thing that is crazy about me, they pulled up.
Well, let me ask you about that as far as like on the special, the Netflix special. Did you purposely like try to make who you interacted with as diverse as possible? Because it was. I mean, you talk to a Samoan, you talk to a Hawaiian, you talk to a black person, you talk to a row of Hispanic folks, you talk to, it was essentially everybody was represented there.
I just talked to who was in basically that same vicinity. Like the older white couple they were one row in front of the Mexican row. And then to the right of that was the old Sweet Baby Ray's and his girl. And right behind him was a Samoan. So I just happened to look in the same vicinity and that's who I roasted. You know what I mean? That's why I interacted. I didn't necessarily even roast too many of them. Like nobody is on that Netflix special being like, dang, he really tore me up.
Nah. I mean, now,
but I will say, there's a lot of strategy
Uh-huh.
into who is shown on the internet of me interacting with. Because I noticed that if they're in videos and interactions, that demographic will then come to shows physically. So I made a point to be like, and I just stumbled across it. Like there was like an Asian group that came to a show and we just riffed a little bit. I posted it, and at my next physical show, I was like, yo, there's a noticeable amount of Asians here.
It's like it was like their invitation. It was like, oh, it's okay for us to come. Oh, okay.
Right. And so once that happened, I was like, bet, let me talk to a Samoan. Let me talk to a gay couple. Let me talk to some lesbians. Let me talk to. And so now my show is crazy. And I want everyone to know, like, we can all have fun. We can all laugh. We can all, no matter what your political beliefs are and all that, like, put all that to the side for a second and let's just laugh.
Yeah.
That's why the special isn't called, my thoughts and feelings, or it's called Super Funny, and that's all I was going for. That's why I trademarked the brand. I'm like, we need to laugh. We gotta laugh, and that's what I think makes a special. When somebody goes, yo, I got a special, or have you watched this special, I'm like, is it funny?
Yeah, exactly.
When did we lose sight of comedy's supposed to be funny? You can be thought-provoking, but when do we lose sight of, I came here to laugh? And if you're up there for X amount of time and they're not laughing, then call it whatever. Call it a TED Talk. Call it a one-man show. Call it a memoir. Call it storytelling time. Call it whatever. But stand-up comedy is supposed to have laughs per minute.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, now, I mean, I watch some Netflix specials, as far as like comedy specials. I wouldn't say I'm that guy that watches every single one that comes out. Have they had many or any that have a actual sectioned out crowd work section in them?
No, I mean, that's me doing it my way. And I've been doing that for 20 years. I've been doing comedy 24. And so for 20 years, and so it's been one of the things that's in my wheelhouse. There's several comics that do crowd work. There's actually all comics do it in some way, shape, or form, but there's several that are really good at it. Right? And I want people to just do whatever makes the people laugh. That's my motivation. Do the people laugh? Do it. So at the end of the day, we had to risk it all. Like I had to take that full budget and be like, I'm gonna mess with people, and I hope we capture some gold here. Because if, let's say, those interactions fall flat, we just wasted it. Netflix not gonna put that on their platform. I was rocking up until I go into the crowd. So if I go into the crowd and then it's bad interactions, like, man, but we just caught it and it all worked. And I couldn't believe, I still to this day can't believe, like, God gave me the interaction with the Latinos where then the husband was like, I work in Apple packet or whatever it was. I was like, what? Like my mind literally was like, oh snap, he works with Mexicans. Oh, immediately there's some right behind him that I just finished talking. It made for an amazing callback, a full-on applause break, and I got to just stand there and be like, yeah, this is what I do. Like, and I got to have that moment. And so, no, it was a risk doing that. You know what I mean? And the director, shout out to Marcus Russell Price, but he came and saw me on the road. He came and watched 4 shows. And he made the decision to be like, we need to shoot 4 of them. We need to capture everything. And we need to let you do you. Rather than tell you a different way to do it so it's easier to shoot, we need to let you do you.
So was that 4 shows over like 2 nights?
Yeah, so we did 2 on a Saturday and 2 on a Sunday. And 99% of that special, I'd say probably 90% of that special is the second show, Saturday late.
Nice.
Right.
I will say too, shout out to the whole Mexican line. Even when you did the Medium Jose, and Medium Jose did his own callback to the Samoan as far as She's My World. Yeah, I was like, bravo, man, nicely done. Like,
and kept it in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I will if the people are laughing, bro, I will take it. Even in my live show, somebody's heckling it, it's funny. I'm like, hey man, I will accept that as an entry to the show. 2 points. Like I encourage it. Like, we're here to laugh, man. We're having a good time. I don't have to be like, I need to get this thought, this joke, this thing out exactly the way that I said it in my mirror 10 times. Nah, man. I released that years ago. I'm a toolbox comic. I open up the hood, I listen to what it needs, and then I grab the wrench. I'm not coming with a wrench every time. It might not need that. And that's what Marcus saw when he was like, okay, we're going to shoot a special, but this kid, none of his shows are the same. They're all different. But let's see if there's any similarities where we know. So we know where to put the cameras and what to expect or whatever. And once he got the gist of it, he was able to look at it in the macro and then shoot it. And we did it. We captured it.
Well, and the Neptune Theater was good too. Like it had that little island you could set out there and roast people with.
No. I added that.
Oh, okay.
There was a couple of things I wanted because when I did Phoenix, you perform in the round 360 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And so for this, I was like, well, if I can't get in the round, then I want to at least be like 210 or what. I need to be out, like, you know. And so I was like, hey, look at Dave Chappelle's last few specials. He walks out onto a thing like that. Give me that. That's what I want.
Yeah,
and I use different things for you know, my impetus for one of them. The way that the split screen slid in and then pushed out and stuff like that. I literally told the editor, I said, I need you to watch Draft Day. And you see how they do the split screens on Draft Day. And she was like, we can't afford that. She's like, but I can make it slide. I can make it move in and out, but we can't have a line going up the screen and all that stuff. They're like, oh man, come on now. So I took what we could get, and then it made for like classic mode. Like when I put that towel on my head like it was a hair bun, and then the split screen comes and it shows the gay dude with the same bun. Like that was epic. That's epic.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
And so I shot that we shot that in the end of January. And so I waited 7 months to be like, wait till you guys see what I did. I already knew what I did. I was like, just wait. And so I don't even tell those jokes anymore. Like the set, like my set now is entirely and completely different. I still do the crowd work. I still go into the crowd work, but I don't go into it with the full stories. I just go rule number 1, 2, 3. Let's get it.
Yeah.
You know, turn on the lights and let's go. That's going to be a thing that I'm going to keep consistent across all of this. And so when I come to Florida for these 3 shows, people can look forward to both. They're going to get material. They're going to get crowd work. It's going to be a smorgasbord. I'm going to give you everything I got. We're going to have fun.
Nice.
Usually on stage for like an hour and a half. So let your babysitters know now. It's a full show. You know
I
what
love it. Well, I got to ask you one other thing about the special real quick. I saw you mention this with Bert Kreischer there, that you were rocking your own clothing brand that I mentioned earlier there. Now, before I ask about Rose's collection.
Rose's collection?
Yeah, before I ask about that.
Yeah.
How odd was it to be casually talking with Bert with your shirts off for like an hour?
It was awkward as the first, I would say the first minute or so. But like I had to like put my mind in like, all right, college, frat bro, pound of beer. That's why I like swiped his armpit. Like Bert, I don't know if Bert didn't know me.
Yeah.
He didn't know me. But we went from not knowing each other to like, we talked so long. The only reason that interview ended is I was like, Bert, I have to pee, bro. Like that's a lot of beer. Because and now I think it's safe to say friends for life. You know what I mean? Like I start off with an armpit swipe and all these like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing. You know what I mean? He's trying to fill me out just as much as I'm trying to fill him out.
He was like, mad respect, bro.
Yeah. You know, and it's not about like disarming him, but it was like let's get to the comfortable part of this where we can just talk and appreciate each other because he's done way more in his career than I've done in mine. And I'm supposed to sit down across from him and talk like we have a level playing field. We don't. You know, he's got his own tour bus. Come on. You know what I mean? We'll get there. But let's talk. He has to meet me where I'm at. I gotta meet him where he's willing to meet me at. And so that's where I want to have that conversation. And we got there pretty fast. Yeah. And it was a fun one. That was a fun conversation.
Absolutely. Well, now, like I mentioned, you guys did talk about your sweatshirt, the Roses collection part of it there. And I will say, listeners, check out his clothing brand. I just ordered the black pattern Roses shirt. I was a big fan.
Oh yeah, buddy.
I like repeating patterns on things. It's nice. It's nice. But now, what made you like? I mean, has that been something like the special that you've wanted to do for ever?
Yeah, I actually had a clothing line a long time ago. It was called Fame Park, and I was really young, but we had a lot of Ferris wheels, and our animal was I think it was a zebra. And in my community, I got it in a few boutique stores, and Like it was doing okay, but I did it in partnership with one of my friends who we aren't friends anymore. So when we fell out, like it's like I'm not going to do 100% of the work and make half the money. So I just stopped it. And then all the comedy stuff took off and it's going crazy. And I'm like, guess what it's time for? So I went to the Magic show, the clothing show in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I met with distributors. And so I have high-end designer clothes from Pakistan. And that's what I have. And some of the stuff, just the same way everybody else is getting their stuff made. But my stuff is crazy nice. When you get your shirt, you'll see like, oh, they're not playing. So high-end everything, high-end designer, and a lot of inventory. And so it's exciting. So the Roses collection I wore in the special, and we have sold a lot of that hoodie since it was on Netflix, which is a testament because I didn't get to say that I was wearing it on there. They didn't allow that. So people had to actually dig to find, what is he wearing? And so it's exciting. And so I'm just glad to have all the different ideas and LLCs and irons on the fire all come together at once to be one big enterprise. That's the main thing I'm happy about.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now, like you mentioned, the shows here in Florida, listeners can look forward to, did you say 90 minutes they can look forward to?
Easy.
Woo! All right. Now, is it going to be like the special that you're going to split it up into material and crowd work, or is it going to be how?
Yeah, I think I think, and don't hold me to it, but I think that's going to be my template.
I like.
You know what I'm saying? So they're going to get 25 minutes of material, and then we're going to do however long I feel it doing crowd work, and then we'll meander our way back into material that feels like crowd work, and then thank you, good night.
I love it. Listeners, that's what you can look forward to, man. You got to get out there. And the Florida Theater, it's a nice place. It is a nice place.
And from what I understand, it's selling really fast. Like all these shows on the Big Dog Tour are moving. Super Funny World Tour was already a sold out everything. But now because of the Netflix special, so if you guys are hearing this and you're interested or you're curious, get your ticket and then do your research. Get your ticket first because the seat will be gone. And pull up. Also, you don't got to be in the front to have fun. You can be anywhere in the room and we'll have a great time.
And just like the special, if you don't want the smoke, look away.
Look away. I won't get you.
Look away. Listeners, make sure you get out to the show on September 26th. Make sure you check out the special on Netflix. Super funny. Nate, thanks for doing the show, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. Also, you guys watch The Office that comes out on September 4th. It's actually called The Paper. It's a spinoff. And then also watch the movie Good Fortune with Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen, Keke Palmer, and as this Aziz Ansari's directorial debut that drops in October. I'm on both those projects. They're exciting. It's going down. And if you're in the Pacific Northwest ever, or you got family or friends here, send them to the Super Funny Comedy Club. They deserve to laugh, just like you deserve to laugh. Appreciate you for having me, man. Thank you so much.
Good Lord. Like I said, man, so like you said, so many irons on the fire.
Yeah.
There's so many things.
Yeah, Nate, and all of it is at NateJacksonComedy.com.
Absolutely. We'll be right back here on the Doc G Show. And we are back here on the Doc G Show. Nate Jackson. My gosh, man. I'll tell you, Mike, you are a comedian, obviously. It's such a different world than what he does out there every night, man. I mean, could you imagine doing that? Just doing none of your jokes and just going out there and just talking to people. Just pointing people out.
Yeah, sounds great. It sounds great if you can pull it off.
Sounds great, but terrifying as well.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, just one person just sucks, and you're like, oh, no. And, like, they slow it down, or they just have depressing stories, or nothing they're saying is funny, and you're just like, oh, you're not making this easy, man. You're not making this easy at all.
You always have to have a way to get out of it.
You do.
You always have to go into it with a way out.
Well, you know, that was what I liked. I don't know if you saw this, Mike, but Nate Bargatze actually was talking about this in an interview. He was talking about that, like, in his regular jokes, you know? he has all like different lengths of stories depending on the crowd reaction. And so like if they're not digging that story, he takes the first off ramp. If they like it some, he goes to the next off ramp. If they really like it, he goes, the full range. And I was like, that's good. That's good stuff.
That's good.
There.
Yeah, that is.
And
it's good to.
I thought I do that sort of naturally in my conversations, like I do that naturally, like in stories that I have that I like to tell other people, like you can tell, like if a person is giving it back to you and they're loving it, you're like, oh, I'm gonna milk this for a 20-minute conversation here. We're just gonna keep on telling this thing. And then if they're just being like, yeah, yeah, you're like, okay, I'm gonna just shut up now. I'll see you later. All right, let's finish this. But yeah, man, Nate, if you get a chance, listeners, check out his Netflix special. It shows you all the hours that he put into crowd work, because that is live crowd work, and that is honestly, I don't think it could have gone better for a recorded special. As far as like the interactions that he gets, it's so good, and he's good. The folks in the audience are loving it. It's solid. He is a master of the work. And I gotta say, I didn't really say much when Steve was on the show, and he was like, it doesn't take any effort to do crowd work. I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle, Mike. Crowd work is definitely an art in itself. It's just a different craft.
For sure.
Yeah, you can go out there and just make people laugh with saying mostly anything in crowd work, but to be good at it and to actually get like the callbacks and the response that you want, all of that stuff. You know what I equate it to, Mike? It's like all the improvisers. I think I said this in Kristen Key's interview, but I equate it to all like jam bands and jazz. If you're a fan of like jam bands and jazz, that was their whole deal, right? They would get on stage and they just make music on the fly. They improvise, sort of like a freestyler of hip hop, right? That's what you want to see. You want to see them come up with it off the top of their dome, and you go, oh my God, that's amazing. It's the same thing here, right? The person that crafts their jokes, that's the great recording musician. That's the person that went into the studio, made their best stuff, and now they're just playing that best stuff for you live, right? Whereas the crowd work person, they're the hip hop, they're the freestyler, they're the jazz improviser. That's what they do,
Yeah.
But hats off to Nate. Thanks, Nate, for coming on the show. We appreciate it. We're going to have to build some Legos together at some point in time. We're going to have to get that in.
That sounds fun.
He's a big Lego fan, Mike. He's a big Lego fan,
I get it.
Mike, we need to move on to the fastest growing segment in the world.
Mike Z, top 3.
Okay, for the listeners that did not listen last week, shame on you. For the listeners, though, that didn't listen, here's the topic. Top 3 appliances that are non-essential. Non-essential appliances. Mike, I realized I don't really use any appliances.
Yeah, this was a terrible top 3. My bad, Doc G. I'm so sorry.
Well, I guess mine's even worse because, I'm a single middle-aged dude. I feel like we're, the least appliance-y people. There's just not, I just don't... So, I got to be honest, listeners. I got 3 really lame things here. But I did come up with a list of potential top 3s that I think will make you excited for the coming weeks.
Sweet.
We do have I do have some that I'm fired up about. But Mike, I don't have any honorable mentions. Do you have any honorable?
Me neither.
Okay. Mike, my number 3, and again, I guess it's debatable, how essential this is and whatnot, but computer, I don't know if that's an appliance. I don't know. I use it though. We're using it right now, Mike. I'm using it right now.
Yeah.
So I don't. I mean, yeah. It's very if I didn't have that, I'd sort of be screwed. but I don't need it. Like, I don't absolutely need it. I could go to my office and whatnot and do stuff. So, anyways, that's my number 3, Mike. Computer. There you go.
Well, if a computer is an appliance, man, my whole top 3 would be changing. But I guess I'm going to stick with, like, I don't know. But anyways, for me, number 3, coffee grinder.
Okay.
I love my coffee grinder.
Yeah.
I love it so
now,
much.
Now, is yours
I
electric?
Yeah, I have an electric coffee grinder, and I'm not gonna lie. I want to spend like a couple $100 or
you're
more
gonna
dollars on
upgrade
a better one. I want to upgrade it. Yeah.
Oh my God, what else can it do?
Well, Doc G, hey, this is actually your fault. You introduced me to burr grinders.
Right.
So a burr grinder can make your coffee even more coarse.
Yeah,
you can basically make coffee into a powder. And that sounds nice.
Okay.
That sounds nice.
But you're telling me that's a much more expensive grinder.
Yeah, I mean, burr grinders, especially if you want to go no plastic and all,
we got to go all natural.
Yeah, ceramic stuff.
You don't want to be getting microplastics in your
pricey.
Coffee.
That's what I'm saying.
God forbid,
Yeah, it freaks me out.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's a worthwhile appliance right there, Mike.
Yeah.
Now this one again, mine is basically the next one. It's not an appliance. I don't know what you would consider that.
My TV.
Hey, don't give away anything, Mike.
That's my number 1.
That is my number 1. My number 2 is actually probably worse than TV, Mike. Honestly, my number 2, back scratcher. Back scratcher, Mike.
That's cool.
We talked about it. It doesn't have to be an appliance. Doesn't have to be electronic.
That's fair. Yeah, that's that's true.
We went ahead and discovered that last week, and I mean, it's one of those things. It's definitely not essential, but hey, sometimes I got a scratch right in the middle of the back. It's awesome just to get that little, because it's a little hand. It's a little metal hand, and just to get that little metal hand down. Oh, it's lovely, Mike. Love
I
it.
have one, but it doesn't work for me. Like it feels unnatural.
Oh.
I don't know. It just feels weird.
Oh, I can
Back
really
scratcher.
grind in there when I have a itch, Mike. I can get in there. Oh yeah.
It's like one of those extension ones.
Now mine broke though, so it only has like half the extension now. But it's still, I mean, obviously I've got enough mobility that I can get down there, and whoo, when I get, I mean, like, it's the worst when you get like an itch right in the middle of your back, and you're just like, and like before I had my back scratcher, Mike, I would always just be like going up to a door frame and rubbing against the door frame like an effing
like
cow.
a bear.
Yeah, exactly. And so, this is again, I'm a middle-aged single guy, listeners. I don't have appliances. Anyways, you're number 2, Mike.
All right, so I just dropped pretty good money on this, but we bought a Dyson vacuum cleaner, and it is incredible.
I could put my Dyson on there.
Yeah.
Now, is yours a cordless, Mike?
No, it's not cordless. It's definitely cord.
Cords have way better suction, way better power on the corded Dysons. Because I've had both, Mike, and I will say for cleaning, the corded is probably better. Like for convenience, the cordless is you feel like a magician, but I don't want to come down on the Dyson, folks, but it doesn't get everything. You got to sweep over every now and then. Now, also, granted, mine's now 4 years old, so
that's not old enough for it to not be getting everything.
Yeah. No, it's and I also to the defense, I guess sort of not to the defense, but to the defense, of course, mine is constantly picking up hair, right? And the hair gets caught in the little roller, So then I think that sort of screws up some of the picking up power as well. But, like I said, not to the defense of them. They need to come up with a better system so it doesn't pick up hair.
Well, they
like
do have
that.
a better. The vacuum that I just bought has like an anti-hair roller. So there's like it rolls, and then there's like little
Now, have
hooks
you
that
compared it relative to like your old vacuum as far as the hair
It's just
pickup?
no comparison. I mean, it's the other one was like it was just it was a hair roller. It was just hair. I mean, I would sometimes try to get it off.
But so now you've used this new one and it doesn't pick up hair.
Zero hair on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
No. The brush. I even think that the brush is too short for hair to really get caught in it.
Wow, Mike,
So
you might talk me into getting a new one.
It's an incredible machine.
You might talk me, because I mean that's the biggest thing that I have to get, and that's why it's so annoying to vacuum. Is it's just basically vacuum for like a minute, then cut all the hair out, then vacuum for another minute, cut all the hair out, and it's just a constant cycle of that, Mike. It's
yeah, this one doesn't have that.
Oh man, that is put that at the number one. That's amazing. There we go. Mike, my number one, you spoiled it. I looked it up, listeners. It was listed as a TV on appliance TV. It's an appliance. Okay.
That's fair.
So I was like, well, I use it every night. I have to say that's my favorite appliance. And since I got a new one, Mike, big old 65-incher. It's a pretty great appliance. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, man. I didn't know the definition. I didn't know that TVs and screens and all those
they're
fell under
like,
the
let's be
definition
honest.
of appliances.
Google's lying to me. Let's be honest.
I was trying to think because I was like, man, I really don't have any appliances either. I mean, we have a blender, but it's not great, but it's not bad.
I thought about
but it's not something I use every day.
I thought about putting my toothbrush on there, my electric toothbrush. Then I was like, well, that's sort of essential. If I don't use that, my teeth are gonna fall.
Yeah,
out.
it is essential.
Couldn't do that one. There were a couple like that I was like, well, that's sort of essential. And and then there's just some that are essential of mine that just suck. Like my washer that's essential. I'm like, well, that sucks. I wouldn't even put it on there if I could. But anyways,
I almost put I was thinking about putting my shower head as.
I think that would count. That's like a appliance accessory. I mean, I don't know. It's too hard, Mike. Too much of a brain buster.
Folks, we have a filtered shower head,
Wow.
and I don't know how it filters the water and it blasts you. And anyways,
well, Mike. So TV, what is your number one?
my number one, and the whole reason why I created this top 3 was just to talk about my coffee maker. It's my coffee maker.
Gosh.
I have a ratio, and it's like there's no plastic on the coffee maker. And
Now, what type of coffee maker is this?
It's called a ratio.
Uh-huh.
And
I think I've looked this up before when you first got it, Mike.
we have the
Because, doesn't this take a long time to actually, like them to send it and whatnot?
so it took a long time for the repair. I had to get it repaired. But we have a ratio 8.
Oh, my God. I just looked at the price of a ratio 8. Holy Lord, Mike.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a little, but we drink coffee every single day, and it's our favorite thing. It's
Mike's
our
like,
favorite drug.
I validated this price.
I did a lot of research on this coffee. I did a lot of research before I bought one because there's a lot of good coffee makers. I mean, this is a coffee machine, everybody. It's not a coffee maker. This is a coffee machine. But I did a lot of research, and this is like top of the line. This is the best.
Now, I am looking at the price, listeners, and just to tell you,
Wife and I went halvesies on it, by the way. We split the cost. I didn't just buy this on my own.
Now, is this a Ratio 8 Series 2, or is this
Series
the original?
1.
Okay.
The original, yeah.
The original is more expensive. The original is the new Series 2 is actually cheaper, Mike.
I think I may be wrong, but I think the originals now are like they're making them more special, but they're a limited run, and they're going to get rid of the originals.
Well, on the web page there for Ratio, they have the Ratio 8 original coffee machine. Then they have the Ratio 8 coffee machine thermal, and then they have the Ratio 8 Series 2 coffee machine. And just so you know, listeners, all of those I could have bought 2 TVs for the price of these. Two, man. But hey, Mike does love his coffee. He loves it,
Yeah.
And hey, as much as you love your coffee, I completely understand spending that much, Mike. I completely get it. There's 200, and this, there's 244 reviews for the original 8 or the 8 original coffee machine. And hold on, does it actually have? Let me get the actual percent. 4.6, Mike.
Wow.
4.6. So people don't care about the cost there.
Nope.
They're willing to pay it.
I think it's more of the fear of microplastics for me.
Yeah. Well,
I'm like,
I'm sorry.
I just don't want any plastic in my hot drinks.
I hate to burst your bubble, Mike. They're already all in your body. You got a whole bunch of them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I just don't want to add more.
Oh my Lord. Michelle Ulrich wrote like an 18-page review for this. Unveiling. I'm just gonna read a sentence here. Unveiling the Ratio 8 was like unboxing a masterpiece. The machine is not just an appliance; it's a work of art.
It is a work of art.
Mike, this wasn't a top 3 of appliances. This was a top 3 of works of art. Works of art. Oh my gosh! Wow,
I love it.
She went to town on this thing. I want to have her as a guest on the show just to talk about the machine, Mike.
I hope she calls the show a work of art.
Yeah, I doubt it, but we'll see. We'll see. Mike, let me give you the suggested top 3s here, listeners. I promised, I've got multiple top 3s here. Okay, so here we go. First one, potential top 3. Top three things you're most likely to get in a grocery store when you're hungry, even though you don't need them. So what 3 things are you getting that you always end up with, and you're like, oh, why did I get this?
But you don't need them.
Yeah. You come out with like Oreos. You come out with okay.
I love it.
Next one on the list. Top 3 supermodels of the 20th century. Who are your favorite supermodels? Who are those lookers? Now, to balance that out, and that's gonna be ladies, of course.
My wife. It's top 3 research.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing top 3 research right now.
Exactly. It's important, Mike. Now, to balance that out, and you can let her know this too. Next one.
Ugliest people ever.
No. Top 3 good-looking dudes of the 20th century. We can say dude models. The first one would be lady models. Second one would be dude models. They don't have to be models, though. I'm just saying 3, because that's the thing, is I feel like most of the good-looking dudes usually turn out to be like actors or who people know, We don't know just random models. I'm gonna go dig deep on that one, Mike. I'm gonna find some sexy.
Yeah.
Anyways, next one. Top 3 best dancing singers. So, of course, the singers...
I know somebody who wouldn't make that list.
Yes, you do, Mike. I send you updates of their abilities every now and then.
We won't say their names.
We don't need to say their names.
It's a funny inside joke.
I haven't, honestly, Mike, a little sad. I haven't seen any of those in a while. I need to check up on that. Need to look. But yes, so just for reference, folks, your Chris Browns, your Michael Jacksons, your Janet Jacksons, your Paula Abduls, just all of those. Who's the best dancing singers? Okay, next one, Mike. Top 3 holidays. Not including the big 3. So you can't do Christmas, can't do Thanksgiving, can't do Halloween. Top 3 holidays outside of the big 3. Next one. Top 3 things you want to look at if you have to go to Lowe's or Home Depot.
Sweet.
What are the sections you're going to? Where are you drawn to in Home Depot? I've got mine. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm spending time in those.
Okay.
Next one. Top 3 omelet toppings. Doesn't include cheese or protein. So cheese and protein is a given, Mike. What are your top 3 outside? And that, now, you can add a cheese or protein outside of one base. So, like, I could say, like, I'm going ham and cheddar, but then I'm going to add 3 other toppings, and one of those could be, like, cheddar jack or bacon. Right?
I got you.
Top 3 omelet toppings. Next one. Top 3 90s slang that's not really used anymore. What words do you want to hear that were used back in the 90s that were just dope? Dope wasn't one of them. Dope's still used. I feel like it's still used. And
It's used.
Yeah. Okay, next one. We talked about it a couple times on other lists, Mike. And when we were talking about visiting the zoo back a couple weeks ago, we talked about this. Let's just do it. Top 3 big cats. Yes! Let's top 3 big cats, Mike. That will be a fun day right there. I love some big cats.
Alive, extinct as well.
If you want to throw in some saber-toothed tigers, sure, we can do that.
That's all there is, right?
I mean, I think there's some other ones. There was like a lion in Europe that is now extinct. There's a couple others. Okay, next one. Top 3 menu items you judge the quality of a steakhouse on. So if you go to a steakhouse, what are like the things you're gonna get? And this, I would say,
that's a good one.
Yeah, I would say, we can include steaks if you want. Like, you can do all 3. You can do all 3 just cuts of steak. You could say, filet, ribeye, strip, or you can say, I gotta get those taters. Oh, yeah. Those taters have to be good, or I gotta judge it on the asparagus, whatever it may be. There we go. Next one. All right, actually, this is the last one that I have on the list here. Top 3 U.S. airports to spend a layover in. Where are you spending a layover, Mike? Now, you know me, I don't travel much, but I have in the past been to pretty much every U.S. major airport, all the hubs, and I've got my choices of where I'd like to spend some time if I have to. So, there we go, Mike. How did I do? Those sound
great.
good?
Love it. Yeah,
okay.
Love it.
Okay, what are we going with next week?
Definitely the grocery store. We'll start off with the first one.
I'm gonna have to think about it, but I think I know what my top is on that one.
Yeah,
it's dangerous, Mike. I mean, they always say don't go to the grocery store hungry, and it is so true because you go hungry and you're gonna come out and just go, oh, I bought oh no, that was unhealthy. And then you got to eat it. There's no choice. You got to go home.
The just comes to, like, why do they have to put the bakery right in?
Because they know.
That's where it's the worst.
It's impulsive, man. They know you're going to come in there. You're going to get a big old whiff of those pies and cakes, and you're going to be like, get one.
The bakery.
Yeah. They're devious, Mike. Even my friends at Publix, you guys are devious with your amazing jams and good-smelling baked goods. Anywho, Mike, I think you've got one of these, definitely. I don't think you have the other. Which one do you want to go with?
Let's go with the one I won't get.
Okay. Born on September 17th, 1923 in Butler County, Alabama, our birthday suit wearer learned guitar from a blues guitarist, Rufus Payne. When he was in his teens, he won an amateur talent contest. He was extremely popular, but because of his alcoholism, he kept getting fired. He signed a contract with MGM and released songs like Move It On Over. Lovesick Blues, Your Cheatin' Heart, Hey Good Lookin', I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. Our birthday suit wearer became one of the most popular stars in country music. He was known as the Hillbilly Shakespeare. Sadly, on New Year's Day 1953, as he was driving to a performance in Ohio, he passed away from his battle with alcoholism and cardiovascular disease. He is often known as one of the founding fathers of country music. Name that birthday suit wearer.
Can I get initials?
Yes, you can. HW.
No idea.
I thought that would get it. I thought that would do it. Hank Williams.
Hank Williams.
Yeah, man. The old Hillbilly Shakespeare. He did. He threw down some classics, Mike. But his life, talk about, his life being a country song. My God, that dude's life was a country song. And that dude literally drank himself to death. It was sad. But, he had back problems, too. Went back and forth. He had, these lower back problems. He drank all the time. But, man, in a span of, just a couple of years, he wrote so many songs. And they have been covered so many times. It's wild. Hank Williams Sr. There we go. And I'm pretty positive his grandson is still out there performing. I know nothing about him, but there you go. Mike, next one. Pretty positive you'll get this one. Born on September 17, 1945 in Deer Lodge, Montana, our birthday suit wearer grew up in North Dakota where he played basketball, football, baseball, and did track and field in high school. Ultimately went to the University of North Dakota where he played basketball. In 1967, he was drafted by the New York Knickerbockers. As a player, he was on the all-rookie team in 1968 and won 2 championships with the New York Knicks, 1970 and 1973. After he retired, he started coaching. Eventually, he became the Chicago Bulls assistant coach in 1987, and in 1989, he became the head coach. He went on to win 6 championships with the Chicago Bulls. He then, in 1999, became the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, where he won 5 more titles. He has won a total of 11 championships and was the coach of the year in 1996. He has the best win-loss percentage of any championship coach for his career at 70.4% wins. Name that birthday suit wearer.
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson is correct. Yes, Mike. Got to say, that 70.4% is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. But with the players he's coached, not surprising.
That's always the knock. I think if he had less amazing players, there would be no doubt. Everybody would always say he's the best coach. But, when you coach Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Shaq, it's sort of hard to say, oh my God, how did he win those games? That right there, that's how he won those games. I don't, he was a good coach, Mike, no doubt. But we do remember that debacle there when he was playing, when he was coaching New York, he's general manager of New York. That whole where they brought him in, New York Knicks brought him in 10 years ago. And he ran that thing for a year and just sort of ran it into the ground. That was a bad showing. And then he was like, you know what I should do? Go back to being retired. Yes! That sounds good. And, he's done that now. And he is turning, wow. You remember what I said, Mike? You know what he's turning?
No.
The big 80.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 80. Happy birthday to Phil Jackson, the Zen Master. I would stand up for you, Mike. I'm wearing my Michael Jordan brand Zen Master shorts. These are the on his birthday. How fortuitous.
Nice.
That is fantastic. They're like pink purple, Mike. That's why I love them. And it's for the Zen. Anywho, Mike, we need to wrap it up for this week. I have been your host, Doc G. With me, as always, the one, the only, Mikey Maximus, the Vernicus Surette.
Always a pleasure, Doc G. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. And until next week, zip it up and zip it out.
Zippity-doo-dah.